So yeah, the Honda RPM 200 Cadets final is what's up next. So we've got, in this one, we've got Alfie Jenkinson, Leighton Cooper, Darren McInerney, and I know that's how you pronounce it because his dad was in and told me earlier, Lucius McDermott, and then Zach Lapsley. So we've just seen Scott Lapsley. I'm assuming this is his brother, I guess. Just 5 in it, but sometimes that can be a difficult race to win. The names and numbers will come up on the screen. There they go. Just adjust that for you, and it is McInerney who's nice to have 2 people driving a kart, by the way. McInerney or Dara McInerney, 3 people driving a kart, in fact. He leads then down to turn 3. It's Leighton Cooper on the 4 kart, no number on the back of the car. I was going to say the cart. 3 of the karts don't have numbers on the back for some reason, but the 4 kart is Leighton Cooper. Then in behind, it looks like the 22 it is of Zach Lapsley, who's made up a place. Started P4, he's up to 3rd, up through turn 7, and he is looking on fire. The man in 3rd place looks like the fastest man on the track at the moment, but can he make that pay? Then we've got Lucius McDermott and Alfie Jenkinson still in it. Jenkinson on the 2 kart. I'm assuming that means he was 2nd in the championship last year. Just make a quick adjustment on screen for you guys. I'll be straight back in a second. Okay, we're back with you guys. So it's McInerney that still leads it from Cooper, hounded by Cooper. The 22 Lapsley looked like he was getting close early on, but doesn't look like he's getting close now. He's being dropped by the 2 at the front. McInerney, Cooper, Lapsley there. You can see in 3rd, in behind Lapsley is Lucius McDermott going through the line now. Alfie Jenkinson is rounding out the grid. Let's just look at the relative lap times then. 42.3 apiece for McInerney and Cooper, 42.8. So Lapsley lost half a second indeed on that lap. And you can see him going through the picture there in 3rd place. That's 4th, Lucius McDermott. McDermott is in the 43s. The kart's in front of him in the 42s, as is Alfie Jenkinson, 43.4. McDermott on a 43.2, 42.8 for Lapsley, 42.3s for both Cooper and McInerney. They are the leaders as they come out of the final turn. Down this main straight, bit of a dog leg in it, takes that wider line, looking for the faster line through turn 1, does Cooper. 42.1 that time, so McInerney's put another couple of tenths on his best time and increased his lead slightly. Got 2 to 3 kart lengths over Cooper now in 2nd place, who was right on his bumper. But Cooper, of course, in 2nd. Easier to chase than be chased, guys. So Cooper can now judge his braking on what the race leader is doing. You can see the body language of Cooper. He's working really hard to try and close this gap. So they come back towards us then. McInerney and Cooper, the gap 0.49 as they go through the line. You can have a look at the live timing online, guys, although why would you do that? You've got the pictures to watch. The 11 kart is Lucius McDermott, and he is now definitely getting closer to Lapsley in 3rd. That looks like that could be a switch of positions at some point. So McDermott closing in. Let's have a look at their relative lap times. Yeah, McDermott was faster on that last lap. Just a tenth, but enough to give him some hope. There he is, McDermott on the 11 kart. He's getting closer to the kart in front. 22 as they go through the line. This time he's 2 tenths of a second quicker. So the fact that he's getting closer, he will definitely be happy with that. And talk about getting closer. The 4 kart of Cooper getting closer to the race leader. He was 4 tenths behind last time. That's not 4 tenths, is it, guys? Going down to turn 4, that is definitely not 4 tenths. That's a tenth at most as they come back up towards the S's this time. So Cooper all over the back of McInerney now. McInerney may have 2 people driving that kart, Mac and Ernie, but Leighton Cooper, just one man in the cart. Let's see what the gap is. It was 4 tenths. It's now 2 tenths. So he probably lost a tenth on the back part of the track. But this is where he's quickest. Through those turns. Look at that, right on the back of him now. He's going to have a look. Maybe not be this time, but it may be next time. He's looking for the switchback. He's going to go outside, inside. Going to look for that move, but can't quite get that done. Still McInerney and Cooper. Still Lapsley, by the way, ahead of Lucius McDermott. We're covering this battle at the moment because this is the major battle for the race win, of course. As we go through now, we've got 6 laps completed. We're around about, 4 or 5 laps, I think, to go. 7 laps completed as they go through the line this time. The gap still 2 tenths of a second, 0.219. It was 0.244 last time, so a little closer for Cooper. This is where he gets really close, but he can't seem to complete the move. He's having to go outside. Now, interesting enough, Darren McInerney there driving the middle of the track, so he's not going really narrow, but he is trying to make it very difficult for Cooper to make a last gasp move down the inside. And that defending, almost defensive line driving the middle of the track, that will allow Cooper, of course, to get that much closer. Oh, a little bit of back end. Oh, and he's lost the lead. Lost the back end and lost the lead. Surely they're side by side. They're in the battle, in the wars there. We'll get a look at that replay at the end of the race, but they were side by side. And it is Cooper that bags himself the lead. Oh, now tries defending and more contact between them. Unbelievable what is going on here. And back to the lead is McInerney. Cooper back to second place. There's all sorts kicking off. We'll get a look at the replay after the race. Don't want to miss any of this. Anything can happen here as we are 8 laps in. Still some way to go. McInerney does not want to give this one up. This is the first time, of course, we filmed any sort of live streaming. We normally do a post-production at it. This is our first live stream here from Hooton Park in Cheshire. These guys have not been filmed before, many of them. And McInerney and Cooper know that we're here, know that we're filming, and want to take the win here. They don't want to be going away from here in second place. Second is nowhere as far as these two guys are concerned today. This is the Honda RPM 200 Cadets final that we got running, and what a race it is. Now, Cooper looking down the inside again, but can't quite get by. We're running towards the end of the race, guys. What is going to happen through the S's one more time? That's turn 6. This is turn 7, the final turn on the track. He's trying to come alongside. There'll be 10 laps gone as they go through the line this time. We've still not got the last lap board. I think there's a couple to go probably as they go through that time. Out through, this is turn 3, and again McInerney looking for that narrow line. Well, that is a much narrower line. It's not even in the centre of the track now. He's off to the right of the track. He's defending everywhere. And going down the outside. Will he switch to the inside, Cooper? He does! Cooper switches to the inside, but can't get it done. Has to run the curb. McInerney runs wide on the exit, but he's still got the lead. He's got the box seat. He's got track position, which is where he wants to be. But has he given it up again? He has! They're side by side. Will there be more contact? They come down past the starter. The last lap. No, McInerney holds on. Cooper still there in second place. He had a sniff of it, but couldn't quite get it done. McDermott and Zach Lapsley have gone through in third and fourth. McInerney now defending for his life up through turn 3. They come out of turn 3 down to turn 4, the big double apex. And Cooper's going to look up the edge. So he's going for it, Cooper. And Cooper doesn't get it. Oh, my goodness me. Had his nose chopped off. McInerney's not giving this one up. Through the S's for the last time. Out through the final turn. Can Cooper get the run? I don't think he will. It's going to be McInerney who comes to the line. There's the starter with a checkered flag. What a race that was. Only 5 in it. But McInerney and Cooper all over that. Absolutely unbelievable. And it is the 11 of Lucius McDermott who rounds out the podium. Lapsley right there in 4th place. And Jenkinson, there he is, coming through in 5th. Well, let's have a look at the earlier contact. It was Cooper that had the lead at this point, but coming down the outside of him is McInerney, and then they come together. Cooper nearly up over the top of him, holds his hand up to say, what are you doing? Then McInerney holds his hand up to say, well, what are you doing? As they go through turn 1, through turn 2, and then they come back towards turn 3, and there was more contact as they came back towards us. Have a look at this as they're coming back here. Now it is Cooper that's got the lead at this point. McInerney down the inside, and Cooper just drives him off the track, but it would be to no avail. He takes the narrow line in. McInerney takes the wide switchback line and gets him on the exit of turn 3, and that will be enough for McInerney to take the win.